And in our information technology, we know we have 5 chapters or 5 domain here, and we already discussed all the chapters also. And within 5 chapter, we have 13 topics, and we already discussed. And now we are going for few MCQ. Previously, we discussed 200. Now from 201. Which of the following is not considered to be one of the 3 phases of e-commerce? Basically, e-commerce, they have the different phase. One is innovation, consolidation within the stakeholders, and also invention within for new items. Here answer, preservation is not within the e-commerce. The idealistic market future of the outset of the development of e-commerce is called a, here basic answer is patent market. Here 203, which one of the following is not one of the major types of e-commerce? Here basically major types of e-commerce: business to consumer, business to business, and consumer to consumer also sometimes. Which one of the following is not one of the major types of e-commerce? So here 3 major types of e-commerce, and consumer to business is not major types, is another types. Through the consumer side, sell to the business, or they are the e-commerce interrelation with consumer with the business. So here consumer to business is not the major types of e-commerce. Another one, compared to business to consumer e-commerce and business to business e-commerce is, here because of size, slightly smaller, they compare, if we want to compare, slightly larger. So here answer is much larger. So what would be the answer here? Compared to B2C e-commerce, B2E e-commerce is much larger. So here business to consumer থেকে বিজনেস টু বিজনেস হচ্ছে বড় সাইজ, কারণ একটা প্রতিষ্ঠান আর একটা প্রতিষ্ঠানের সাথে, একটা অর্গানাইজেশন আর একটা অর্গানাইজেশনের সাথে ই-কমার্স সেখানে সে করছে বা তার ডিল করতেছে, যেটা অবশ্যই লার্জার হবে. So here the difference between or compare, we can business to consumer and business to business. Here characteristic, if we see product complexity, here business to consumer is simple, but business to business is complex. And key selling point, here business to consumer, product features, and here depend on relation, organization to organization. Value proposition, here base deal, here greatest long-term value. Market size very large, business to consumer, কারণ ব্যবসা থেকে কনজিউমারে যখন যাচ্ছে, এখানে তাদের যদি ডিস্ট্রিবিউশন চ্যানেল ভালো থাকে এবং যদি ওই রকমের সার্ভিস দিতে পারে, তাহলে এখানে কিন্তু এই মার্কেটটা অনেক বড়। আর বিজনেস টু বিজনেস এটা ভেরি স্মল, কারণ একটা বিজনেসের সাথে আর একটা বিজনেস তাদের ডিল হয়তো বড় হতে পারে, কিন্তু মার্কেটের সাইজ ছোট, ভলিউমে বেশি হবে, বাট কোয়ান্টিটিতে সেটা অল্প। Marketing focus in business to consumer, here point of sale and merchandising, etc., are business to and business to business awareness, education, customization, etc. And channel setup, if you see here business to consumer single setup and business to business multi setup. Decision making, here business to consumer, sometimes we are as a consumer we have the emotion, we have the, that means if we go for the business, we for the e-commerce, sometimes emotion work here, but business to business here logical, no emotion is there. So is the key difference between business to consumer and business to business. And if we see Which of the following is an example of portal? So portal here, that means Amazon is a marketplace, so eBay also marketplace, Facebook also a place where the social media, and here Google and Yahoo is the portal. That means we are Google and Yahoo, etc. are the portal. The primary focus of financing during the early years of e-commerce was large retail firms, bank loan, venture capital, initial public offering, we know it IPO. So here the primary source of financing during the early years of e-commerce was large retail firms. So here saying that the primary source of financing during the early years of e-commerce was large retail firms. All of the following are major business to consumer business model except here 4 model, but one model is not related with the business to consumer. So here if you see content provider, he is also with the business to consumer. Transaction broker, also B to consumer model. Service provider, also business to consumer. But industry consortium is not the part of business to consumer model. Here answer is D. And 208, the area of actual or potential commercial value in which a company intends to operate in a market space, marketplace, perfect market, patterned market. So here the area of actual or potential commercial value in which a company intends to operate is a market space. The underlying computing equipment that the system used to achieve its e-commerce functionally is called a, here answer is hardware platform. So what the underlying computing equipment that the system used to achieve its e-commerce functionality is called a hardware platform. E-commerce merchant server software includes all of the following except, so here 4 items that include e-commerce merchant server software include with the software, but except one. So here online catalog, it's also add, online shopping cart add, online credit card processing, how to make the payment, that means payment gateway, it also include in the e-commerce server software, but online email is not included in the e-commerce server software. So here answer is D. E-commerce merchant server software, we look here, it is the narration of that answer. Provide basic functionality for online sale through the, here include the online catalog. We know what is online catalog, list of products available on the website. Online shopping cart, it's mean allow shoppers to set aside review, edit, selection, and then make purchase. Credit card processing, that means it is a payment gateway, typically works in the conjunction of the shopping cart, verify card, and put through credit to company's account at checkout. So this is the e-commerce merchant server software include here. That question, that is the narration here. Now 211. Which of the following is not a widely used mid-range or high-end e-commerce suite? So here basically answer is Microsoft Commerce Server. Which of the following is not a widely used high-end or e-commerce suite? So here always using the web trend marketing lab 2 IBM and board vision commerce etc. Basically for this question here answer is A, Microsoft Server. In the e-commerce security environment, here basic thing is security environment. E-commerce security environment, which of the following constitutes the innermost layer? That means layer. Look here. This is the e-commerce security environmental layer. Look here. In the middle side data, the data, another layer technology solution, and the layer of organizational policies and procedure, and final layer is laws and industry of standards, ways of that data use. So in the e-commerce security environment, which of the following constitute the innermost layer? So here basically we can say innermost layer is data. Here answer is data. There are another 3 items here, but answer is D, data. The most widely used of encryption standard is here advanced encryption standard AE, data encryption, universal encryption, optimal encryption standard. Answer is advanced encryption standard. Answer A. Which of the following is not a dimension of e-commerce security provided by encryption? Here 4 items here: availability, mass integrity, non-reproduction, confidentiality. Which of the following is not? So here basic thing is not. Availability is not. Other 3 have to stay there. Availability following is not a dimension of e-commerce security provided encryption. Your answer is A. Which of the following is not a primary function of a portal? Here, which of the following is not a primary function of a portal? So one item, except one item, all 3 are that means primary function. So here navigation of the web is the primary function, and sometimes using the commerce, e-commerce is also the function, and use the content is also the function. So answer is social networking is not the primary function of a portal. Social networking, just what doing with our LinkedIn or we are doing in our Facebook. So navigation of the web, commerce, content, etc. are the primary functions of a portal. But social networking is not a primary function of a portal. Now here, when hacks flood of a website with unless traffic to overwhelm then network is called here 4 item. Phishing. So what is phishing? Look here. Phishing is a type of social engineering attack often used to steal, মানে চুরি করা, use data including logging, create and credit card number, etc. It occurs when an attacker and trusted entity victim into openers of email. বেসিক্যালি আপনারা এভাবে দেখবেন, আপনার জিমেইল যদি ওপেন করেন আপনি দেখবেন যে অনেক সময় এমন আসে ওই যে আপনি দেখবেন যে আপনার জিমেইলই যেখানে জাঙ্ক ফোল্ডার আছে, ওখানে অনেকগুলি ফাইল মেইল জমা আছে। কোনোটায় বলা হচ্ছে যে তুমি 500 মিলিয়ন তুমি লটারিতে জিতেছো, অথবা কোনো মহিলা একজন বলল যে তুমি ওনার বাবা ছিল ওয়ার্ল্ড ব্যাংকের কনসালটেন্ট ছিল, অথবা ওখানে ওয়ার্ল্ড ব্যাংকের, অথবা বলবো ওই দেশে এখানে ছিল গভর্নর ছিল সেন্ট্রাল ব্যাংকের, সে যুদ্ধে মারা গেছে, তার যে ফান্ড আছে এত মিলিয়ন বা এত বিলিয়ন ফান্ড আছে, তো আপনার সাথে সে বিজনেস করতে চাচ্ছে। এটা আমার দেশে যদি আনা হয়, আপনার দেশে আনা হলে আপনি 10% সে আপনাকে দিবে ওনারশিপে। এই ধরনের বিভিন্ন রকম রিয়া দেখবে নাকি। তো এগুলি আসলে হচ্ছে ফিশিং, এবং এর সাথে অনেক সময় নিচে ফাইল অ্যাটাচ করা থাকে। যদি আপনি এখানে ক্লিক করেন, তাহলে ওই ফাইল দিয়ে আপনার ভাইরাস, অ্যাক্টিভ ভাইরাস আপনার পিসিটাকে হয়তো ক্রাশ করে দিতে পারে, অথবা এমন হলো ওইটার মাধ্যমে এমন ছোট একটা সফটওয়্যার আপনার পিসিতে বা ল্যাপটপে ইনস্টল হবে, যার ফলে আপনার সমস্ত তথ্যগুলি সে ওখান থেকে নিয়ে নিতে পারবে। কারণ ওইটা অ্যাক্টিভ হয়ে আপনার ভিতরে যত কার্ড নাম্বার সেভ করা আছে, অনেক সময় পাসওয়ার্ড আমরা সেভ করে রাখি, কারণ অনেক ইমেল ব্যবহার করি আমরা, কিন্তু আমাদের ল্যাপটপ পিসিতে এটা সেভ করে রাখছি। তো সেই ব্যাপারগুলি কিন্তু আসলে হয়ে যায়। যে ফিশিং মানে আসলে করা, ওই যে টোপ ফেলা, বাংলায় হচ্ছে টোপ ফেলা। তো phishing is a type of social engineering attack often uses still used data. Look here, he is the attacker. Number one, attack send an email to the victim. Through the email, this is the victim, you and or me. Victim clicks on the email and goes to the phishing website, and this is the site, and here attacker collect victims credentiality or everything, all data, and that data taking the attack user victims credentially to access a website and legitimate website, and this way the same website, that means all password user edition. So and phishing হচ্ছে এমন একটা জিনিস যেটার মাধ্যমে আমার একটা এই মেইল আসলো, সেই মেইলটাকে আমি যদি ক্লিক করি, এখার মাধ্যমে সে সফটওয়্যারে অথবা আমার সবকিছু সে হ্যাক করে নিয়ে যেতে পারে। Another one, look here, a denial of server DOS attack. So what is that? Look here. A denial of server attack is an attack means of shut down a machine or network, making it increasable to the intended user. Victim DOS attack, often large web server, high profile organizations such as banking, that means bank, commerce, media, embassy, and country's website, etc., government organization, etc. So this is the denial of service attack, and this is the attacker, and different way. This is the another, basically is the cyber security. And another one here, profiling. Profiling is another attack item, cyber security. Look here, in the context of information security and especially network security, and that attack is situation is the which person or program successfully identify as another by falsifying data. Farming, এই ফার্মিংটা হচ্ছে এটা is a form of cyber attack that sent you to a fake website, ও আগে যেটা বললাম, that look like the real thing, একই হুবহু একই রকম দেখাচ্ছে, এবং ওইটাকে ব্যবহার করে যখন করতেছে সমস্ত ডাটা, মনে করেন আপনি যখন পেমেন্ট গেটওয়েতে যাচ্ছেন, আপনার ক্রেডিট কার্ডের নাম্বার দিচ্ছেন, অথবা কোনো ব্যাংকের সাথে ট্রানজাকশন করতেছেন, ইউজার আইডি পাসওয়ার্ড সব দিচ্ছেন, এখান থেকে কিন্তু সব সে কিন্তু নিয়ে যাচ্ছে, হ্যাক করে ফেলতেছে, সব জেনে ফেলতেছে। এর পরবর্তীতে এটা কিন্তু আপনার হয়তো দেখা যাবে ক্রেডিট কার্ড থেকে টাকা চুরি করা বা অ্যাকাউন্ট থেকে টাকা নিয়ে নেওয়া, এই সব জিনিস করার সুযোগ সৃষ্টি হয়ে যায়। So here answer is that, look here, answer, when a hackers flood a website with useless traffic of overwhelm, that network is called a denial of server attack. Your answer is B. All of the following are potential benefit of business to business e-commerce except. So here four item is related, three item is related with the business to business e-commerce, one is not related. So here if you see decreased production cycle time is related to business, increase opportunities for collaboration with supplier and distributors or supply chain management, and increase production flexibility. So it's three items is related with the business to business e-commerce, but reduce amount of first mover advantage is not the related with the business to business e-commerce. The two main types of internet-based business to business e-commerce are here. Two main types of business to business e-commerce are EDI and private industrial network. The most common and easily understood type of net marketplace. So here net marketplace. Here four item, but answer is here D, e-distributor. The e-commerce domain that involve business activity initiated by the consumer and target to business is known as consumer to business. That the e-commerce domain that involves business activity initiated by the consumer, that means consumer initiated the business and target to the business is known as consumer to business. So here initiator is consumer and its target is to the business. So here consumer to business. Look here the online marketing domain, if you see here, initiated by the business and target to the consumer is come to business to consumer. So initiated by the business মানে একটা প্রতিষ্ঠান সেটার উদ্যোক্তা এবং তার টার্গেট হচ্ছে ভোক্তা, তখন হচ্ছে বিজনেস টু কনজিউমার টু বিজনেস। আবার সেম ইয়েতে আমরা যদি দেখি ইনিশিয়েটেড বাই দ্য বিজনেস বাট টার্গেট টু বিজনেস, একটা বিজনেস সে ইনিশিয়েট করতেছে আর একটা প্রতিষ্ঠান হচ্ছে বিক্রি করবে। যেমন তুলা দিয়ে আমি সুতা তৈরি করছি, এই সুতাটা আমার ফিনিশ প্রোডাক্ট, আবার আর একটা প্রতিষ্ঠান আছে যার কাছে র ম্যাটেরিয়াল হচ্ছে এই সুতা, সেটা দিয়ে সে কাপড় তৈরি করতেছে, ইয়েন তৈরি করতেছে। তাহলে কি হচ্ছে যে আমি বিজনেস আর একটা বিজনেসকে যখন টার্গেট করছি তখন হচ্ছে বিজনেস টু বিজনেস। দ্যাট মিনস ইনিশিয়েটেড বাই দ্য বিজনেস targeted to the business is called business to business, and when initiated by the consumer also target to the consumer is the consumer to consumer, and when initiated by the consumer target to the business is the consumer to business e-business. So if we remember that chart, there are a lot of questions from here. If we see 2 to 1, the types of website that are designed to build customer goodwill and to supplement other sales channels rather than sell and company's production directly is known as a basic answer is corporate. So the type of website that is designed to build customer goodwill and to supplement the other sales channel rather than sell the company's product directly is known as the corporate website. And each and every corporate, they have their own website. And if we see 2 to 2, a dash is a B2B trading network that links a particular seller with its own trading partners. Here a private trading network is a business to business trading network that links a particular seller with its own trading partner. When preparing a website, designers should ensure that the site enables user-to-user communication. This design feature is known as community. When preparing a website, designers, also the programmer, should ensure that the site enables user-to-user communication. User-to-user communication. The design feature is known as community. Which segment do eBay, Amazon.com belong? Which segment? That means business to business, business to consumer, and consumer to business, consumer to consumer. Here answer is business to consumer, because Amazon, eBay, etc., they are the business, that organization. Their segment is, their customer is we, that means a consumer. So business to consumer. Look here, the narration of that answer. eBay, Amazon belongs to business to consumer segment. The term business to consumer refers to the process of selling products and service directly between consumers who are in the end user of its products or service. Which type of e-commerce focus on consumer dealing with each other? Which type of e-commerce focus on consumers? Here, basic item is consumer dealing with each other. So here, basic answer is consumer to consumer. They deal with each other. The best products to sell in business to consumer e-commerce are digital product. Basically, we would be able to sell digital products. So here is the narration. Consumer to consumer type of e-commerce focus on consumers dealing with each other. Consumer to consumer, or C2C, is the business model that facilitates commerce between private individuals, whether it's for goods or service. This category of e-commerce connects people to do business with one another. And here the business to consumer and digital product. The best products to sell in business to consumer e-commerce are digital products. Then digital products are best suited for business to consumer e-commerce because they are commodity-like product, can be mass customized and personalized, can be delivered at the time of purchase. So here answer is all of the above. Here 3 item is related with the digital product, the best suited business to consumer e-commerce. And all of the following are techniques of business to consumer e-commerce companies used to attract customers, except so কাস্টমারদেরকে দৃষ্টি আকর্ষণ করা বা অ্যাট্রাক্ট করার জন্য সবগুলি ব্যবহার করে একটা ছাড়া, সেটা কোনটা? তো হিয়ার ভার্চুয়াল মার্কেটিং. What is that? Digital products are best suited for the business to consumer e-commerce because they are commonly like product is related with 2 to 7 here. A dash describes the flow of information at your e-commerce site and the infrastructure that will be used in the system. So here logical design, here saying the answer, logical design. Electronic data interchange in the necessary in business to business e-commerce. A logical design describe here, look here, what is the logical design? Describing logical design. Describe the flow of information of e-commerce site that the infrastructure that will be used in system. Logical design is the conceptual design of a system. So we know what is system, and it describes the flow of information at your e-commerce site, the processing function that must be performed, the database that will be used, the security and emergency backup procedures that will be instituted, and the controls that will be used in the system. And here the ARPANET research created network communication protocol. SSL stand for, what is SSL? So here this is the SSL, look here. Secure Socket Layer is a protocol for establishing a secure channel between two devices that are connected over the internet or an internal connection. So here secured socket layer is here. So it is the, we know we have the, in network side we have lot of layers. Some are application layers. This the, within the application layer we are here the secured socket layer is here, and transport layer TCP, internet layer IP, we know the IP address, and network layer here within the network. So here we are using secured socket layer. So here SSL stand for secured socket layer. The success of web hypertext publishing is aided by which of the following? Here, more powerful workstation, high resolution graphic displays, faster network communication. Your answer is all of the above. So secured web hypertext. What is web hypertext? Look here. And web hypertext, that means all written in the website, are using here the link node definition. Here this includes search and discovery of a set of products in the larger information scale space capable of meeting customer requirement and product. So here answer is pre-purchase preparation phase. When go for website or purchasing, a pre-purchase preparation phase include research and discovery for a set of product in the larger information space capable to meeting customer requirement and products. Dash include mercantile protocol that specify the flow of information and document associated with purchasing. So here same as in previous one, purchase phase includes mercantile protocol that specify the flow of information that document associated with the purchasing. Post purchase instruction phase include customer service and support to address customer complaint, product return, and product defects. Post-purchase instruction phase include customer service and support to address customer complaints, product return, and product defects. To facilitate better consumer and organizational SaaS, software intermediates called information brokers. The following are the component of, so here component is e-cash, credit card, e-check, debit card, etc. এইগুলি কোনগুলার components? The answer is electronic payment system. So if we go for electronic payment, We can use e-cash, we can use e-check, we can use credit card, we can use debit card also. So following are the component of that means electronic payment system. We know here the digital payment system. Now look here, if we see the box, here payment card, online payment, mobile apps, etc. will all include the digital payment or electronic payment system. The decision support system use of the following except one. Here decision support system, we know it. So decision support system DSS is the totally help to the management, the upper level management. So what is decision support system? A decision support system is a computerized program used to support determination, judgment, and courses of action in an organization or a business. A decision support system sifts through and analyze massive amount of data, completing comprehensive information that can be used to solve problems and the decision making. So here, if we see all three analytical model is use it, a specialized database use it, and D, a decision maker own insight and judgment, also it's correct. So except is answer C, online transaction processing. OTP here. So decision support system use analytical models, a specific database, a decision makers own inside the judgment, but not use the online transaction processing. If we see 240, dash where the original type of information system developed to support managerial decision making. Here, management information system, MIS, where the original type of information system developed to the support managerial decision making. Here answer is A. Look here 241. Example of office automation tools are, we know here, pen, pencil, file, table, etc. Electronic mail and internet system. It is the office automation tools. Pen always we are using it, table we require it, file rack or etc. we will require it in our office. But office automation here, office automation tools. Office automation tools are electronic mail and internet system. Answer D. Which of the following can be used both as the input and output medium? So we know if you in your computer there we have the input device, output device. So some item they use for input output both. So look here, in the middle side is all are the input output device. So basically number one input output device is touch screen. It can be inputted, also seen the output. So touch screen is the input out. Here look here, here answer is D. So we can say that touch screen can work both as an input and output medium. Which of the dash from a data processing is transaction is proceed immediately? Here OLTP, batch processing, active processing, automated transaction processing. Here basic answer is OLTP. OLTP means that online transactional processing. So what is that? Is a category of data processing that is focused on transaction-oriented tasks. Online data processing. Another thing is here. So dash is the multiplexing technique that shift each single to the different carried frequently. Here answer is frequency division multiplexing is the FDM. So what is FDM? Look here, FDM is an analog multiplexing technique that combined signals. So here in FDM signals generally by each device module and different carriers frequently this combined and each other that using this a decision maker can make hypothetical changes to problem data and observe the impact on the result. So here what if analysis is the answer. Here answer is what if analysis. So using what if analysis, a decision maker can make hypothetical changes to problem data and serve the impact on the result. So what is what if analysis? What if analysis is the process of changing the value in cell to see how this change will affect the outcome of the formula of the worksheet. Which of the following are transport layer protocol used in network? We know in network there are a lot of protocol here. Look here. Here layer is application layer, transport layer, internal layer, network layer, application layer using HTTP, SMT, etc. Transport layer, TCP, UDP, etc. And internet layer, IP, ICMP, and link, etc. So all are the protocols. So here answer is TCP and UDP. Look here, TCP. Here transport layer protocol. So transport layer protocol is here TCP and UDP. So here answer is C. Transport layer aggregated data from different application into a single stream before passing it to network layer. So look here transport layer passing it to network layer. So here answer, the transport layer aggregated the data from different application into a single stream before passing into network layer. Answer is A. Dash represent complex data using interactive three-dimensional graphical form such as chart, graphs, and map. So we know what is chart, graph, and map. Here is that data visualization system or data presentation. The growth of corporate internet, extranet, as well as the web has accelerated the development and use of executive class information delivery and decision support software tools by lower level of management and by individual and teams of business profession. This dramatic expansion has opened the door to the use of the which following tools is the business knowledge. So answer of this question is business knowledge. And there are two levels of information in every organization and are dash two level. Here we know here answer basically answer is D, internal information and external information. So there are two levels of information in every organization and they are internal information and external information. So we have completed 50 numbers of MCQ here and now we will go for another 50.